Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at the Anitons Kickstarter. Now, Anitons is an open world survival monster taming game, sort of like if you were to take Pokemon and pit it with Ark. That's kind of what this game is going for. Now, Anitons is something that I think looks very interesting, and I think given enough sort of publicity, the game will end up reaching its goal. But I think we do need to get the word out there because I don't think a lot of people know about it as much as they perhaps did with Kindred Fates, because Kindred Fates, we had some major Poketubers covering it. So my hope with this video and the video I made yesterday was to sort of get the word out. Anyway, so right now they're sitting at about, if we do a conversion here, they're sitting at about almost 13,000 out of 75,000 that they need. And the Kickstarter's been out for just under a full day. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go through all the Kickstarter information, the backer tiers, the stretch goals, all that stuff. And you know what? I guess we could show off a little bit of the footage here. I don't want to spend the whole video just showing off other footage, but we'll show some of the footage of the game off if you haven't seen the game or if this is your first time hearing about it. And then we'll dive in. So let's just start with this main trailer here. So I want everyone to keep in mind, this is pre-alpha footage. This isn't even alpha. Like, this is pre-alpha. So it looks really nice for a pre-alpha game. Some people were complaining that some of the Aniton's eyes look a little lifeless and stuff. Like, that's all stuff that can be tweaked and fixed. But this is before funding that the game already looks like this. So it's definitely something that has a lot of potential. And then there is a bit of gameplay if you guys want to see. You're going to notice it's my voice. I helped out with some of the Kickstarter, I helped out with editing the text in the Kickstarter, and I helped with the voicing and a little bit of just giving suggestions on how they should market and stuff like that. But anyways, let's hear my voice. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today I have the privilege of breaking down some very early pre-alpha Anitons gameplay footage. Now, we start out in the wilderness with our Mentors, and we make our way towards this open area with a Stigarion that's looking for a fight. So what's going to happen is this little robot's going to call Mentors back, and out comes Explino, since he can only control one Aniton at a time. As you can see, the combat system revolves around an over-the-shoulder display, with Explino focusing on fire-based projectiles. Each Aniton has a different playstyle, and the types will reflect this. Now, as you can see, Stigarion goes for the rock shield as it's a hybrid nature and rock type, but eventually we get the better of it with our exploding blast of death. You will construct with various resources and Anitons you find throughout your journey. Each type of Aniton has a unique skill in which they can utilize in both upgrading and maintaining our farm. So we're going to bring our Bella Guide over here to our party just to show you. As a water type, it can aid in growing various crops, which we can then use to feed our Anitons and upgrade them accordingly. So yeah, it sort of gives you an idea. It has a mix of farming and battling, and I've, like Bolo's mentioned it in the past, you don't have to do one or the other. You can sort of choose your play styles. Now, what I wanted to say before we get into this is I did help out with editing the Kickstarter, the dialogue and stuff, because there is a bit of a language barrier. They're a Polish studio. So I did help with that. And like I said, I helped with doing the voice and stuff like that. But I'm not promoting this game because I happen to help. It's kind of the other way around. I helped because I thought the game was cool. And they actually added me to the credits. And I think this is a language barrier thing too. they added me as design, but it should have said something like I don't know what they could have put, but I didn't design anything like from an artistic perspective. I just helped a little bit with I told them that it might be a good idea to do an ad like with Ruffled Rowlet, which they did, and stuff like that. But they're like, I'm not like on the payroll or anything. So, but anyway, so like just so you guys know, like I'm looking at this as a monster taming YouTuber, not as like someone who's specifically like part of their company, because I'm not. But anyway, so let's start with the story. Anitons is an open world monster collecting RPG. It's also our dream game, and we would be more than pleased to deliver it to you. We as monster taming genre fans want to make it something unique and never before seen. Take a look at Aniton's early gameplay footage. Oh, and another thing I should mention too is I helped out about a month ago. I'm not 100% sure. This is my first time fully looking over the Kickstarter campaign. And I'm not sure if all my edits made it in or if there was new text added and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. Anitons is an open world monster collecting RPG where you start your adventure in the wilderness, fight wild Anitons, and collect your own unique Anitons. Every Aniton you obtain can help you fight and farm. Expand your base to fit all your monsters in your collection, decorate walls, and place bamboo sticks to make Panjoros feel at home. Happy and well-fed Anitons will fight better rather and help you gather resources. Catch every known Aniton, battle other players, build the biggest farm, or just get lost in a world of life. So yeah, they've added stuff since I helped out, because I don't remember anything about Panjoros. Anyways, okay, goals. So at $75,000 US that the project's funded, they can extend their team. They're still going to need a publisher. It makes sense. So at 100,000, they're going to have petting mechanics. You can teach your Anitons tricks. You can prepare food. At 140,000, they're going to have rare and powerful pure form bosses. So I'm not sure if the pure forms themselves are going to be locked behind this, or if it's just the bosses. Like, this just might be a way to help you get pure forms. I'm not 100% sure if the pure form, which are basically shinies, is specifically locked behind this stretch goal. I'm not 100% sure about that. At 180,000, they're going to add a dynamic weather system, random events like invasions, seasonal events with unique rewards, 210,000 multiplayer, so you can invite other people to play in your game, having PvP and stuff like that. I think this is the big one that I would really like us to be able to get, is to the 210,000 goal, because I feel like this could be a really good multiplayer game, but it doesn't have to be. But I think it would be good if it was. But anyway, so raids is for 240,000. So it's basically probably going to be similar to like the raids in Pokemon, but obviously it's real time combat because you're gonna have large Anitons for you to fight. So at 280,000, they're gonna add a new volcanic wasteland and tropical islands with like extra Anitons. You're going to be able to travel around by flying and swimming, stuff like that. And then it says face fire and water Aniton champion. I'm not 100% sure what that entails. And then at 310,000, that's the console release. So if you guys want the game on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, this is sort of the thing to go for. I really wanted to hit some of these goals, man. Like, we need to get the word out. Okay, at 370,000, it's going to be the Taiga region, which is another region. Lore elevation. So they're going to make the lore better at 400,000. 450 will add a swamp region. 480,000. Now, I'm not 100% sure why this is, but the Nintendo Switch goal is a more expensive stretch goal. Now, my only guess is that it's harder to get stuff on the Switch because Nintendo's always kind of been like that. That's my guess. The reason that this Kickstarter was delayed in the first place was because they were trying to be able to see if they could get it on Nintendo Switch as a stretch goal. And Kindred Fates did this as a stretch goal as well. So I'm guessing it's harder to put it on Switch than it is the other consoles. Then 510, you got a desert region. 570, there's going to be caves and jungles, etc. They're going to announce more stretch goals if they hit 400,000. So that'll be something to keep an eye on. Okay, features. Open world. Explore a vast open world where you can find Anitons and useful resources. At first, getting by in the wilderness will not be an easy task, but as you collect and evolve more powerful Anitons, you will find a way to be invincible. Dynamic combat system. Control your Anitons in real-time combat and use their various skills that you've taught them. During the fight, it's not only strategy that plays a role, but also agility and accuracy. Fighting with wild Anitons won't always be a fair fight. Prepare to face dozens of enemies at once. Evolution and creation. Evolve various Anitons, acquire new moves, or breed a completely new one. To do this, you will need DNA points. You can obtain them by either farming this specific type of Aniton or by fighting them in the wild. Forge your own path. Multiplayer. Invite multiple friends and play together. You can team up to fight Aniton hordes on raids or build new bases with your friends. Use PvP duels to fight other players and test new tactics. Offline mode will of course still be an option for those who want to play solo. Note, this feature is linked to the multiplayer stretch goal. Sandbox. So this is something that a lot of the more sim-oriented, like monster raising people are gonna like. Excuse me. Find your own base using resources and obtain resources you obtain from the wild. There, you can keep all of your Anitons and make them feel at home. You can not only place buildings, but also customize the environment around you. Create a cozy place for you and your Anitons to rest after a tough fight. Farming. Farm various monsters and resources that you will find useful throughout your journey. Each type of Aniton prefers a different kind of food. Well-fed Anitons will use their unique ability to aid and help you out in that aspect. So electric types can charge machines, fire types can heat your house, water types can help you grow crops, etc. Customization. Customize your character to perfectly fit your playstyle and Aniton squad. You can unlock new outfits. You can build your house and like paint walls, hang pictures, all that fun stuff. Community-driven development. I haven't seen this like when I was helping out, so this is all new. Since the beginning of development, we've been transparent with our goals and development process, and we'll keep on doing this until full release. We've organized a couple contests where fans could create their own Anitons or name existing ones. If you want to shape the final look of Anitons, check out the Discord. And yeah, these are just some of the Anitons that are made by fans that are going to end up in the game. It's really cool. I like it, the dragon. World. The world of Anitons is divided into smaller areas that are habited by different kinds of monsters. On the volcanic grounds, you'll find various fire types, and if you're looking for crystal types, you should visit the underground, monster-infested caves. As the player, you can freely explore this open-world continent and return to your base at any time. Aniton type. So if you guys are wondering about the type chart, there are 9 different types, and each type has its own unique skill set. You can choose nature for its ability to heal, or stick with rock for its defensive skills. If on the other hand, you're going to fight a whole bunch of enemies at once, fire with its area effect skills might be perfect for you. If you're playing with a friend, choose a combination that will increase your damage output like water and electric. The dual-typed Anitons also only multiply the already endless possibilities. Find your playstyle. So we got water, fire, nature, rock, ice, electric, wind, crystal, and toxic. You start by visiting your uncle that lives overseas in search of a job. You decide to help him finish his project of a lifetime, to gather more information about every existing Aniton. Little do you know how this goal will change your life. Not only do you have to build your own base, but also collect every Aniton out there. Even with the help of your friends, this might take a while. Enough about the task. Which one of these fellows will you choose? So these are the starters, obviously. You got Rhynic, you got Loseal, and you got Panji. Anitons. Anitons are creatures living in the world, in the wild or with humans. You can create your own Anitons that will happily help you fighting or farming. All of your monster friends have to live somewhere, and a cozy farm is perfect for them. Every Aniton loves to play and have its food, and have his favorite food that the owner must provide. With time, your monsters will get experienced and will evolve into more powerful forms. During your adventure, you will meet and collect tons of them. While going into the wild, you can take up to 6 Anitons with you. They will help you travel, gather resources, and fight. If any of your monsters faint during battle, you'll have to take care of them after returning to your farm. Each Aniton can learn skills as they evolve, and the last stage can master up to 3 different abilities. While fighting, the player takes control of the monster. To win, he will have to have both accuracy and a good tactic. So this is a stagger line. I'm not gonna read everything. I don't want this video to end up getting just me listing everything. But basically, like, this is a nature rock type line. This is a actually, this is a good question. They're toxic and it's toxic and water, mono water. These are actually new. I remember seeing them when I was helping out with this, and I was like, "Ooh, new Anitons." Okay, so the reward. So, if you pledge $1, you'll get like some wallpapers and stuff like that. If you pledge 15, you'll get the official soundtrack. And any tier gives you everything from the tier before. The $30 one will give you this shirt that you get in the game. If you watched the gameplay trailer, the character was wearing that. 45 will give you access to the closed beta, which will be on Steam. 70 gives you a plushie. I really want the Reineck one, so that was a no-brainer for me. 100 will make you visible in the game's credits, and you'll be able to play the alpha. 150 will give you pure form starters, which pure forms are like shinies. Now, okay, so 200 is a controversial one. So at 200, you'll receive an exclusive Kickstarter only Aniton and a outfit, which outfit's fine. That's not the controversial part. The controversial part is the Aniton line. So to get this Aniton without trading, you'd have to back the Kickstarter. So that's got a lot of people upset. I'm not 100% sure. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Hoki Roya has stated that you can breed the Aniton. So technically speaking, it can still be distributed. But people are upset because they feel like this Aniton's behind a paywall. I'm sort of in the camp where it's like, I think if they're going to have a Kickstarter exclusive Aniton, perhaps make it like a timed exclusive. So it's like, maybe it's a post game, or maybe timed isn't the right word. Okay, so maybe it's a post game monster, right? But if you back, maybe you can get it early. Or the best case scenario could be have a cosmetic version of this. So make it so this Aniton line can be in the game, but there's a certain color scheme or a certain like cosmetic version that you can only get through Kickstarter, sort of like what Kindred Fates did with like the Royal Mechid form. Just that way, so everybody can collect them all. I don't think it's the end of the world because, like I said, you can breed these, and I'll personally try to distribute some because I backed for this tier, so I'm gonna try to get some and then breed them down and sort of trade them out, and then hopefully the people. And my sort of plan is I want to try to get a few. I don't know how hard it's going to be to breed, but get a few of them and then like give them to a few people and then have them distribute to a few people and stuff like that. Maybe we can do like some fun like Discord contest stuff for them or something. But yeah, that's sort of like the most controversial thing about this Kickstarter is some people feel like they don't want the Aniton to be behind a paywall, and I understand the sentiment. On a side note, that Aniton looks hella sick. I love this thing's evolutionary tree here. It almost looks like a split evolution. Like it can go either one way or the other way. It doesn't look like one evolves into the other. Anyway, at 250 you get all 3 plushies. At 300 you can have your name on a grave or something, which I really wanted to do, but I'm kind of broke. I don't have that much money. I did the early bird for the 200, so I got it for a little bit cheaper. But yeah, if you pledge right now, there's still space. You can get, for 150, you can get the 200 tier. So if you really want a plushie and you really want the exclusive Aniton, you got to do that quick before they run out of spots for that. Okay, 350 you can design a whole cosmetic. 500 you become part of the main storyline as a character. 1,000 you could be like a villain. 2,000 you get a statue made of yourself. 5,000 you get to design your own Aniton, which people are saying that's really expensive, but I believe the Kindred Fates one was around the same price, so it's actually not that crazy, because if they made it really cheap, then they'd have to work with all these different people to try to get their Anitons designed, and it would delay the process of the game. And then 7,000 you can design a side quest and a quest and be a quest giver and all that stuff. And they just got some social media. So and then I'm here. So this is a roadmap. November is a Kickstarter. That's where we are now. May 2021, they want to have the alpha version out. Obviously, if you can't afford to get the alpha but can still support, that'd be great. But if you don't have the alpha or whatever, I'm going to be probably streaming and doing Let's Plays of it. So you guys have that to look forward to. On October, they would add the Forest. February, the Vulcan Islands. I believe this is all backer stuff, or sorry, stretch goal stuff. The beta is coming out November 2022, and then in February 2023, they want to have full release for PC and consoles. So risks and challenges. I think this is always important to sort of read. This is our first Kickstarter campaign, but it's not our first project. We've been working in a team for over 3 years now. Even considering Anitons is our biggest production to date, we're prepared in terms of technology and skills required to finish this project. At this point in time, we've been developing Anitons for almost a year. We have used all of our experience in planning and development for the budget of Anitons. Quality and deadlines are the most fundamental aspects of our work since our team is working in Agile. Quality is not the only graphic that can be measured, but also gameplay and player experience. Having this in mind, we're prepared to sacrifice minor graphical content if this can help shape Anitons into the game that you'll enjoy for many hours. Since the beginning of development, we've been transparent with our goals and development process, and we'll keep doing so until the full release. As a backer, you've helped us a lot already, but there's many more occasions where you can help shape the final look of Anitons. At this point in time, we can't say if we'll be able to develop Anitons if we won't hit our first stretch goal. I believe by first stretch goal, they just meant like the goal of the Kickstarter. But with fans as you, this shouldn't be our concern. Okay. I'm not sure. I think he's basically saying as a fan, don't be concerned. Like they're gonna like once it hits its goal, like it's definitely gonna be a thing. Yeah. So that is the entire Kickstarter campaign. Now, like I was saying before, you know what? In the time of recording this, they got 2 more backers. Like I was saying before, this is a game that I think really will be like something really fun. I think it has the potential to destroy all of these stretch goals if we could just get the word out. That's my big thing. As much as like I'm trying to help by sort of spreading the word and like making videos about Anitons. Like I've been making videos about Anitons since I found out about the game, but I'm still small. I'm still a small channel. So I'd recommend just share this everywhere, guys. Share it to your Facebook friends. Share it to your to whatever groups you're in, on your Discords, all that stuff. Because I don't want to see a game not reach its goal. I really don't. Like I remember when we were doing when Costume Kingdom had their Kickstarter. I found out about it the last day, and then they didn't reach it, and their goal was a lot smaller. So I felt like if we had more time, we might have been able to like get them to reach it. But I've seen. I actually was thinking about making a whole video about this. There's a few monster taming games that never got their goals and just they weren't able to continue existing, and it's sad to see. So even if you're someone who can't back, even just spreading the word, I think would be really helpful for these guys, because I think that there's a lot of passion behind this project, and it'd be nice to see it sort of succeed. So yeah. Oh, and a lot of people have been asking this. If you pledge and then the Kickstarter doesn't get to the goal, like you don't get charged. What happens is everyone gets refunded. Well, actually, the word refund isn't even the right word, because you don't actually get charged until the thing reaches its goal. So technically that $17,000, they haven't received it yet. So you have no risk of like, oh, what if it doesn't reach its goal? That's not a risk. You won't lose your money or anything. So anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Definitely spread the word on Anitons if you can. I'm sorry if I seemed a little stuttery and stuff. There are still a couple grammatical mistakes in some of the text, so I kind of had to like reread a couple sentences here and there. But yeah, definitely spread the word, share it with maybe some bigger content creators. I think they might be looking into maybe doing an ad or something. I know Kindred Fates, they did an ad with I think it was Ruffled Rowlet to get him to spread the word on the game. So if we can get some of those like bigger influencers to sort of shed light on this game, it could really make a difference. But anyways, with all that being said, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please consider doing so. Check out my Patreon and my Discord. All links in the description. Until next time, peace.